of Meet the Elite. I am Brianna Foley, and today I have the big boss of the house, our broker, Robert Klein, Bobby Klein. What do you want to go by?
Uh, either. I don't think you'll ever call me Robert.
I can't. Like,
By
we grew up together.
naturally, I don't think
Yeah.
you will. I mean, we've been working together 10 years. You've been like a part of the family for ever, it feels like. So
Yeah.
it's like, I don't think naturally calling me Robert is going to be a thing. But,
Yeah.
and that's going to be the case with a lot of people in the office. I mean, Teresa's been here 24 years now. Your
Yeah.
sister's been here 20 plus years now. So we're going to be both for a while.
Yeah. I know when I talk about you to other people, I call you Robert Klein,
Mhm.
but I've never called you Robert until I did the introduction. And even that was weird.
And that was weird. Yep.
It's like, ugh.
It happens.
Yeah.
I mean, people have been calling me Bobby and Robert my whole life, both ways, friends, family. So it's like, I'm just going to answer to both.
Yeah. I know. Well, when I introduced myself, I'm a Brianna Foley. But
Mhm.
when I was a kid, I was Brianna Foley. And then I remember in first grade, I had a sub at the time, and I wrote Bri on my paper, BRI, and she called me Bri, and I was humiliated. Like, I thought everyone was laughing at me, and so from that day on, I spelt it BRE,
Mhm.
like Bri, and yeah, so now I changed my name to Bree.
Free.
I'm like, just call me Bree. But then now in business, I go by Brianna. I
Mhm.
don't know how it switched from Brianna to Brianna. It's probably, younger. I just decided it sounded cooler, older,
Yeah.
more sophisticated. I don't know.
We
But
all do that. I
yeah.
mean, I don't think I would ever. That's like me trying to call you Brianna. Like, I don't know if I would. I don't think I'm going to do that. It's going to be Bree.
Yeah. Yeah. If you know me, it's Bree. And then my family, they call me B. So
Yeah,
it just gets
it's
shorter
shorter
and
and shorter and
shorter.
shorter. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's how it goes. I mean, anywho, so you've been with us now since 2013?
That's when I got my license.
Yes.
So I actually started front desk
Mm-hmm.
for your dad when we were another company.
Yep, Remax 2000s.
Yeah. But I started off as a receptionist my junior year in high school,
Mm-hmm.
and I feel like every realtor should work the front desk before becoming a realtor because you learn so much. At the time though, it taught me that I didn't want to be a realtor because this was during the boom.
Yep.
And so when I first got hired, we had like 200 plus agents in our office. They were, doing deal after deal after deal. And they were rude to the
Yep.
front.
People came into the office.
Yeah, people came to the office. Hey, I want to buy a house.
Yep.
And, who was on floor.
Where's the binder?
Yeah. I was in charge of the fax machine.
Yep.
If the offers came in, I'd have to fax it over, or aging ourselves. But that's where I started. But I just learned pretty much what not to do as a realtor. Just don't be mean. Don't be a rude person. Be kind. Be kind to your office staff.
Yep.
Be kind to the other realtors because relationships matter in this industry.
Well, and they say that the business starts from the receptionist, and that's how the business, or it's a direct reflection of the business itself.
Yeah.
Is based off that per receptionist. And through the years, we've had people from receptionists grow and be very successful. I
Yeah.
mean, you did work. Your sister was a receptionist.
Yeah.
Brendan was a receptionist. We've had a lot of people go through and start there and then work their way up to a much higher position within the company.
Yeah. Definitely. I think knowing
The ins and outs.
the ins and outs, like
Yes.
it's going to make you a better agent in the long run.
Conversations, the
Yeah.
scripts, the things you learn just by talking to people every single day.
Yeah.
You get more of the opportunity to learn that way than you would from being like an agent in the field. Sometimes we don't talk to people every day.
For sure.
And
Yeah.
that's the fun
And
part.
then when I was a receptionist too, so I was there during the boom and then I was there during the fall.
Mm-hmm.
And so I saw these agents that thought they were hot, like, oh, I closed this many deals. I have a boat, I have a cabin, I have a Ferrari, like, just hot shots. Like they made realtors look bad because they were so annoying and like to talk about how successful they were.
Mm-hmm.
And I hated that part of it. But then I saw these agents lose everything. Goodbye, second
Yep.
home, goodbye. Oh, your car got repoed. Sorry. You're
Buy the
filing
boat.
bankruptcy. Sorry. And then they got even more mean, the agents to the
Mhm.
front desk, like it was our fault that the economy was going to crap, and I was like, "I never want to do real estate because that scares me." Um, I came from a family that didn't have much growing up,
Mhm.
and so money's always like a tough subject for me, but when I saw the people that had it all and then have nothing, it scared me from being a realtor, to be
Mhm.
honest. So then that's when I
That
went in.
ride, that roller coaster ride that we ride.
Yeah, so I went, I stayed a receptionist through high school and college, and I became a teacher. And your dad told me, he's like, you'll be working for me full time, he's like, you'll be back. I know it. And, I decided that I needed to
How
make
many years
money.
were we teaching?
4,
4
4 too
years?
many, to be honest.
What grade were you teaching now?
12th grade.
12th grade seniors. Ooh,
Yeah.
that's rough. Yeah. And you were 21?
Yeah.
Oh, mhm. Yeah. I was a senior 1 year, having have a 21 female teacher. I can only imagine what the boys were talking about.
Yeah, I had to do this a lot, and I was at our neighboring high school.
Oh.
So I went to Hamilton High, and then I was a teacher at Chandler. So, you know, I was teaching some of my friends' little brother or little sister, and I'm like, "Oh god, if they only knew what I was doing on the weekends as a 21-year-old, like, girl that liked to party,"
Yep.
I was like,
Well, we're 21.
"Yeah."
Being 21, we all like to go out. That's new. That's part of growing up and experiencing life, I feel.
Yeah,
So,
yeah,
okay, so you taught at Chandler. You grew up in Chandler.
yeah.
So you're Chandler through and through.
Yeah.
I
I
mean, been
born
here.
and raised. My mom was a realtor when we were growing up. Um, so, I started, I guess, selling Chandler real estate, since I was a little kid and, it's in our blood.
Yeah, I mean, that makes sense. Your mom sells real estate. Your older sister sells real estate with you as well. You do. Your husband does. I mean, it's a full family affair.
Yeah, for sure.
So it's you guys have made like a little family business within Arizona Elite Properties and became very successful in doing it. So it's really cool to watch and see kind of the growth from way back when, where I mean, we're not too far apart in age, where I was in high school and everyone was growing up together, and seeing you go from the receptionist then now to where you are today. It's a cool journey to see, especially from like the outside. I was the little kid running around the office, playing, hanging out as with me and my brothers, and everyone else is working, and we always were like, "Oh yeah," and now it's kind of full circle.
Yeah, I think that's what makes our brokerage so, like, we're so lucky to be here. It's because it is a family,
Hmm.
and I mean, your family is just so welcoming and loving, and, like, when we have a new kid, it's like we have a new
Yeah.
kid. It's like the whole family. I'm getting chills just thinking about it. Like, I'm so lucky to work here and to have worked here my whole life as an adult.
Hmm.
So many agents in our industry, they, like, brokerage hop, You could go on and see a realtor's history.
Loyalty.
Loyalty, yeah, but sometimes they just hop, hop, because they think it's greener on the other side.
Correct.
This brokerage is gonna give me all these deals.
Hmm.
No brokerage is giving you any deals. You need to go out there and hustle and find those deals.
There's they to the hot brokerage. We've seen it
Yeah,
happen. There's agents out that way, and then there's agents who are they're about the culture, they're about the brokerages that learn to adapt, and that's what Dad was very successful in doing. He built a culture that was true to tide and laid a foundation for all of us to really be successful.
yeah,
So, I mean, it's just a matter of who wants the opportunity and take it. And that's what Dad was all about when he built Arizona Elite Properties, was giving people the opportunity to be successful.
absolutely, and if we came to him with any idea that we had, he's like, "Okay, let's figure out a way and let's make it happen."
Mhm.
And we miss him so much, and I wish he was here to see all the changes that we have changed
Mhm.
in our brokerage. Like, I just think that the sky is the limit here, and with you in, like, we're lucky to have you as our broker now. Like, you're taking all of our ideas and you're actually making them happen.
Yeah.
And I just feel lucky to work for you and to be part of this journey of bringing our brokerage to that next level. And anyone that joins us, like, they are gonna be lucky to be part of
Part of it.
this. Yeah.
Yeah. The crazy part is Dad bought like half the stuff we're using today years ago and
Yeah.
talked about, "Hey, we need to do all this." And he was very good about that. He had lots of ideas and everyone's like, "Yeah, yeah, yeah." And now I look back and I'm like, you asshole. Now I'm doing that idea you came up with. Oh, here's
Yeah.
that one we're doing again. Oh,
He was
look at it
ahead
go.
of the trend, but then he was so his hands were so
So
full with
full.
everything else, it
Mhm.
was hard to, like, do everything, all of
Yeah.
his ideas, but he's always been ahead of
Ahead. He always knew how
everything.
to adapt to the markets. We'll say it
He's
that way.
been there or he
Went through multiple markets.
yeah.
He's been through crashes, he's been through the highs, the lows. I mean, 2003, 4, and 5 for our family was crazy. When we were at the peaks of Remax 2000, we were traveling all sorts of places doing these conventions. Dad was speaking in front of realtors from all over across the world, and we didn't know it as kids. We just thought we were on cool vacations. And then now I look back at it, I'm like, whoa, Dad had like 19 offices, 1,800 agents. He was talking in front of the top brokerages for Remax throughout the world.
Mhm.
Like whoa, it's
He
kind of
was
cool to
kind of a
think
big deal.
about it.
Yeah.
And then he saw the changes in things and learned to, hey, let's adapt. And then we got into long-term property management and we got into short-term rentals. And now it's like, hey, how can we adapt with this changing market that we're dealing in 2025?
Yeah.
Eh, If you're not doing digital stuff, you're gonna be left behind soon, unfortunately,
Yeah.
because everyone's doing things digitally. And that's what people want.
Yeah.
So it's what we're doing here today.
Yeah. So what's been your biggest challenge, like, taking over such big shoes, you know?
Getting a baseline, knowing really where we're at and what I can do to improve little areas, little changes to make everyone's life just a little bit easier so this way they can do more things. So I time's a big thing. So how can I give you guys more time? And that's really what it's all about. Time is valuable and if there's small things I can do to make a impact to give you more time, then that is hopefully a result either gives you more time with your family or more time to make money. That's the
Yeah.
biggest thing.
Yeah, one thing I think you hit it right on the spot, like time. And at our brokerage, we really are, even though we're separate agents and,
Mhm.
not necessarily like on a team, but like we are a team
Team, correct.
where if I'm like, hey, I need to grab this lockbox in Phoenix, Rhett might be like, oh, I'm in Phoenix, I'll
Yep.
grab it for you. Like no strings attached, no like pay me this for if showing this house or oh your kid, has an assembly at school, like
Mhm.
I'll cover this for you so you can like go be
You need an
a
open house
parent.
this Saturday?
Yeah.
I got you, and that's the biggest difference between, like, us and other brokerages. We are, as a collective, one big team when
Yeah.
we don't have individual teams within the brokerage. I mean,
Yeah.
we have our elite vacation rentals, but that's a division. They're a what they do is specialized, and
Yeah.
no one else does that.
We're not competitors,
We're
we're
not
each other's cheerleaders really.
exact
And what can we do to help each other be successful? Because, we're not competitive, but when someone's doing good, it does like light a little fire under me, like, oh, I gotta go get a new listing. They got a listing,
exactly.
I gotta get one too,
Yep.
but in a good way. Um, but
It's
it's fun.
friendly competition
Yeah.
and we use that as motivation within each other, but it's like, "Hey, we know there's 85,000 realtors in Arizona. Like, we can't do this by ourselves, but as a collective group of 80 agents, we can do a lot more." And so
Yeah.
that's really, like, how we see it here. We're one big team. I mean, we manage 1,100 properties as a company with 28 people that manage them. So there's a team there with just in long terms because that's a whole another fun game of real estate that a lot of people are afraid of. We
Yeah.
embrace it.
Yeah.
So,
Definitely. And I think what makes you such a good broker is you're still in the game. Like you'll still go out and show a rental. You're
mhm,
still out showing houses. You're still hustling too. And you're there to help us with, all of the changes in our industry that we've seen this last year. Like you've been on it, like with our, whole
the lawsuits and
yeah,
everything else,
yeah, like
yeah,
you are just on it but you're in the game. You're not out of the game. So you know the ins and outs of the days of what we're dealing with in today's market because
mhm,
it's changing so
every
quickly
day, yeah,
every day.
and that's what dad talked to me when I first got into real estate was, "No, you gotta do everything because
Mhm.
eventually you will be here and you're gonna need that experience, so do the rentals, do the short-term stuff, go with Dan on commercial visits, do everything because eventually you're gonna have to be in my seat and you're gonna need to know all this stuff."
Yeah.
So it's like, okay. And so that's 10 years I got to learn from multiple different people in the office.
And we have both been doing real estate a really long time. And so many agents like don't make it,
Yeah.
maybe past the first year, especially after 3 years, like,
Mhm.
most agents are out of the game at
Correct.
that end because they realize it's not just easy money, like, you have to show up every day, you have to interview for a job every single day, um, it's
Well, you're constant with each client.
yeah,
Most realtors get into real estate because, "Oh, my dad wants to sell his house. My mom wants to buy a
yeah,
house. My brother's gonna buy a house." That first sale is always easy. We all have that first sale right when we
that was
get
easy money.
exactly.
Yeah,
You get your license, you're like, "Great, let's go." How do you get the next one?
yeah,
How do you keep we live in Arizona and I love snow for some reason, but how do we keep the snowball rolling down the mountain?
yeah,
Because otherwise, you're gonna get in a rut, and in real estate, it's really hard to get out of that rut.
yeah,
There's so many of us that do real estate. There's so many people you're competing with. Everybody knows a realtor.
yeah,
Everyone has a friend in real estate. But what's the difference between that realtor who's part-time and that realtor who's full-time?
yeah.
Because there's a real big difference in what they know and how experienced they are in.
Yeah, because we do have transactions where sometimes they're really easy. Like,
Mhm.
I showed you 2 houses, we wrote an offer, it was accepted, inspection report was so easy, they accepted our
Yep.
repairs, we closed, easy, but then we have those deals that are hard,
Hard.
hard.
Yes.
Yeah, and it's like you have to be seasoned and in today's market, not 6 month ago market, to be able to get out of
Well,
those
that's
deals or,
like yes.
be successful in those hard
The
deals.
market's changed. I mean, in COVID times, anybody could sell a house.
Yeah.
You didn't even need to put it online. You could just put a sign in the ground. That house was sold by the end of the weekend.
Yeah.
You got 20 offers in a day on some homes.
Yeah.
Today, you're lucky to get a showing maybe once a week because
Yeah.
it's a completely different market. So those agents who all got in the game during COVID, they're getting out of the game now because they don't know how to adapt.
Yeah.
And that's, I think, one of the biggest things with real estate. Change is always happening. How willing are you to change? How willing are you to adapt to the market? And those are the realtors who really become successful.
Yeah. Well, again, thank you for being so equipped with all the change and helping us grow. And I think we're going to see huge things coming from our brokerage for sure.
Yeah.